these two were literally free falling from 100 feet in the air. So he used his last
and they still calm with it
around them, and if Toji moved, he would have got stabbed by all the curses around him.
What's good, y'all? It is I, Reggie Wolf, and today Psycho FTX is back with a new video titled The Shibuya Menace Incident. And y'all know, bro, the Shibuya Incident is probably one of the best things that done happened in anime in a while, bro. It's peak in my opinion. But we get to see Psycho's perspective. Now, if y'all enjoy it, help my man get back to where he was by hitting him with the goodness. That's like, comment, subscribe, share. Lock it in by hitting the bell. That is the goodness. Hit him with it. And if y'all enjoy my reaction, bro, y'all can hit me with it as well. With that being said, let's get to it. You know you gotta do it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad he back, bruh. I've been seeing him upload.
Yes.
Hold on. Let me not interrupt him. I've been seeing him upload his old stuff, and I'm glad he bringing something new.
Yes. You seen the title, so you already know what we're covering today. One of the most entertaining and dangerous arcs when talking about anime.
Yeah.
The Shibuya Menace Incident.
That's how we started.
Now, if you're a returning JJK fan, you already know what we're about to get into, but for those of y'all who haven't watched Jujutsu Kaisen, let me give you a quick rundown. So when trying to explain JJK to the average person, I guess you could say that it's really just a battle of good and evil. On your evil side, you have curses which carry negative energy and have been terrorizing people for however many years. And on the good side, you have sorcerers whose main job is to ensure these cursed spirits do not end all of humanity. And for the most part, I'd say it was a pretty even back and forth until this nigga showed up. Because with Gojo being the strongest in the world, I'd say about 99.9% of curses didn't actually stand a chance against him, but in return put a massive target on his back. And of course, we can't cover every,
but you know that 1%, that 0.0001%, there's still no cursed spirits like in the time when Gojo was born that could keep up. But there was one that was sealed away. We all know his name.
Every single detail of this arc, but we'll definitely go over some highlights for sure. But hey, enough talking, let's get into the video. So our journey begins at the very start of season 2 because everything that happens in these next few episodes carries on to the future. And what better place to start it than inside the local ramen shop where we're introduced to fan favorite Toji Fushiguro. Now for those of y'all who don't watch JJK, I have to emphasize for y'all not to be fooled by this character. Because although he looks like an innocent bystander, bro had actually abandoned his family to become a full-time assassin who hits fillets on the side. So while eating, he got a call from the Star Platinum Agency for a new
That's pretty much
money that was worth a record-breaking 30 million yen. Now, if
then he do a big brain play.
That sounds like an insane amount of money, but the question I'd be wondering is, who are they trying to get me to kill? Because any agency could hit me up and throw numbers at me, but if they want me to assassinate a Kid Buu, Madara, or Broly, it's off the table because I'm not doing it. But we find out that,
you know, that same mindset should have went into the John Wick movie. Like, imagine they put, I forgot how much they put on his head, but it was in the millions. It's probably one of the biggest, like, I guess bounties they don't seen in like the whole lore. And for the bounty that big, you gotta think, who am I going after? Baba Yaga, the fucking boogeyman. Why? If it's me, I don't care if I am top 10. If I'm not number 2, and it's gotta be a close 2, like Cole and Kendrick 2, I don't want to do it.
That Toji's being paid to wipe off a defenseless jit by the name of Rico, and that's not the actual problem. The problem is the two bodyguards that she has protecting her, being Gojo and Geto, the two strongest sorcerers of that time. And even though he initially had no interest, bro lost his vote parlay, said fuck it, let's get this money, and accepted the contract anyway. And so with this big of a bounty put on Rico's head, it's no surprise that the whole assassin community was aware of this. Because while Gojo was running Rico to safety, it turns out that a whole nother assassin had pulled up to claim it but got caught by one of their friends.
That bullshit shiesty.
To our first fight on the list, Team Gojo versus the Assassins. Now, initially when I first saw this, I was a bit sus of this matchup.
Was this a fight or was this just an ass whooping? Let's be real.
That we had going on. Because on one end, you have a supposed high-class assassin who's willing to take Gojo on himself against Shoko, who's apparently dressed up as a maid and has a mop to show for it. But one thing y'all gotta understand about analyzing these fights is you can tell the direction it's finna go based off the square up itself. Because yeah, this brown Dollar Tree bag wearing ass nigga looks all calm and collected, standing tall and shit. But y'all are not peeping that girl Shoko, because although she squared up weird, look at that face. That girl
got the crazy eyes.
I was 100% right, because even though she pulled up on Dollar Tree bag and he blocked her initial attack, she was really out here getting crafty, repositioning herself to end up one shot.
What a mop!
And as you can see, was talking the most amount of shit thinking she won. But despite the fact that it looked like she actually cooked them, Dollar Tree bag was actually smarter than we thought. Because when Geto showed up to hold him down, it turns out bro had made a fake clone and the real one was with Gojo trying to get the bounty. But after watching him make more fake clones, Gojo said that's enough, drew both of them in and made them bounce right off each other. Bro was really
the yell in the background was a good touch.
Kane's whole flow. But that wasn't all, because two more clones tried to attack him, but he put Rico right up and stopped them in their tracks, which as you can see led to both of them getting one tap. So as anyone would be, this man Gojo was actually tired of facing these level 1 recruit bots. And so once he found out where the real one was, bro teleported right to him, charged an attack, made him think he was about to get his head blown off, and really just punched the shit out of him. Which is actually sad, because
bruh, could you, like, honestly, for someone like him, Gojo, you had to be like, Gojo is the most cocky asshole ever. Because to pull out red and think you about to let it off, it's like, nah. It's like that, you wasted cursed energy just because you knew how, like, strong you were against him. It's like spamming your most powerful move in a fighting game and doing all that extra shit. Using your ultimate off rip when you down 2-0, but you know that this person is ranked like bronze and you're over here and about to be platinum or in diamond, and you just are playing with your food. Gojo. He's the definition of that.
They don't even take you serious to the point where they use an actual move on you. But regardless, the operation was successful because Rico was safe and now they had to regroup. But hold up, we gotta take a pause from the actual video because all my non-JJK watchers are probably confused as hell why this man Gojo could do what he does. And all this time I've been talking about how strong he is without actually explaining his ability, so people aren't gonna get how crucial this is. And so to keep this in the simplest of terms, the reason why this man Gojo is so overpowered is because nobody can touch the nigga. And no, I am not exaggerating. Because since he was a child, Gojo had possessed a special ability called the Six Eyes, which is a rare ability that's only seen however many thousand years. I don't know the exact number. Somebody correct me in the comments. But to stay on track, when you have these eyes, you have the ability to put an infinity barrier in between you and the outside world, so nobody can touch you. Unless, of course, they're faster than infinity or whatever space-time. They just gotta be fast enough, and nobody's fast enough. Bottom line is, when nobody...
Or they gotta really catch you slipping when you have your, pretty much your guard down.
Nobody can touch you and you can attack them. That leads to your win percentage being 99.9, as I said in the beginning. Yeah, hope that explanation was clear enough, but any questions, go to the comments. And so now I'm gonna reset y'all back to the point before I explain this so y'all could act like you knew this the whole time. But regardless, the operation was successful because Rico was safe and now they had to regroup. But here's where things start to get interesting. Because as of now, it's been a whole 3 days and not a single assassin has tried to pick up the bounty on Rico. And at this point, the squad seemed to be vibing, being completely safe with not a care in the world. Which is why somebody had to explain to me why this man Gojo had looked down and saw a sword coming through his chest. And so after getting knocked back by both Gojo and Geto, his worm ended up eating him and they had a chance to rest. And even when Geto tried to help him, Gojo said no, take Rico and go. Because somebody strong enough to stab Gojo had to be dealt with immediately. Which actually brings us to our next fight on the list. Gojo versus Toji. So even though Gojo seemed to...
Yo, did this happen? This happened last year. And it's still like one of the most like amazing like fights. This whole arc, the hidden inventory and Shibuya incident, this whole season of JJK is honestly a historical season for anime.
To be locked in, this man Toji really didn't seem to care because bro disappeared and actually started moving, bouncing off of every tree in sight. And after catching the last one, charged right at Gojo, but he
jumped through trees like Naruto characters.
You can tell Gojo was pissed because instead of dropping him down, he sent that boy Toji flying through damn near 2 buildings. But as anime fans, we all know that tossing somebody in the building's never usually enough to...
I know it's the heavenly restriction, but there's got to be a baseline like of durability that you know you have in your like JJK sword or Jujutsu sorcerer bloodstream, and that's where Megumi gets it, bro. Because Toji got sent through all those buildings. I know heavenly restriction, you know, amplifies all their attributes other than cursed energy. But to some degree, Megumi had to get that too, because we're not gonna forget about the Sukuna fight between Sukuna and Megumi.
Finish them, so Gojo had to bring out something new, and sure enough he had to, because this man Toji started bouncing around him again, but Gojo charged up what looked like a Kamea wave and just blew up the whole area around him. And even though it seemed to have worked, this man Toji was nowhere to be seen, and
a million tricks
just came out of nowhere and surrounded Gojo. But the second he was about to blow him away, this man Toji teleported right behind him, caught him off guard, and stabbed right to the infinity. I have never seen anything like this before. The strongest nigga in the show, who has a 99.9 win percentage, is losing. And believe me when I tell you that this man Toji did not stop there, because he kept stabbing this man Gojo and making shit even worse. Bro was really out here trying to create his own Mortal Kombat fatality, and I'm gonna make sure that shit doesn't get cleared. But all jokes aside, this was the worst case scenario that ever could have happened in this show.
Wait, we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it, bro. Understand, this moment right here for Gojo was so traumatizing, so impactful, that sacred or like sacred weapon that Toji uses, Gojo had to destroy it. He was gonna be looking like this, not getting sleep at night, because if anybody else got their hands on that weapon, they could do this again.
Because not only were the fans heated themselves, but the strongest nigga in the show had just died to a man that no sorcerer can sense, since he has no cursed energy. Honestly, the whole situation was just unfortunate. But as bad as it may seem, now we gotta pan over to our boy Geto, who actually managed to get away with Rico. Because with Gojo being gone, he didn't even realize he was everyone's last hope to keep Rico safe. And what better way to keep a 30 million bounty safe than a $50 million bunker? So initially when I first saw this, I was really feeling good about this whole situation. Because not only did Rico have this high tier facility and was hundreds of feet underground, but she also had one of the other strongest sorcerers of that timeline with her, who was also doing an outstanding job making sure that she was okay. Which is actually why I'm gonna need somebody to explain to me why there is a bullet going through Rico's head, because that shit is not supposed to happen.
Toji is him.
That it was done by none other than that boy Toji. Now, if you were to ask me to give you an explanation on how that man Toji went from point A to point B so swiftly, I have no idea. To be frank, I was just as confused as y'all when I first saw this too. But honestly, none of that even mattered anymore, because jumped down the elevator shaft up and watching his client get gunned down in front of him, Geto knew he had to get his get back, which actually brings us to our next fight on the list, Geto versus Toji. So off rip, you could tell Geto was playing no games, because at this point, bro was actually fighting for something. But when he sent that dragon at Toji, he thought it ate him, but the whole time this man Toji was catching a rod and trying to no-scope him from 60 meters away. And I'm not gonna lie, based off that sequence,
W reaction time though.
Right there, Geto should know that he's dealing with a tier 1 crash out, because anyone who's that confident firing a pistol from that far while riding a dragon and it being that accurate has issues. And when Geto made it to the bottom, this man Toji was standing right at the top unfazed. And so you already know bro is not trying to go out like that. So this time he sent the dragon along with a bunch of laser beams to try to beam him out the air. But Toji was really out here moving different, because after weaving them all, he slashed the dragon and landed right back where he started. But y'all need to understand that it's not over for Geto yet, because he still had one final move in his bag. Because once the dragon fell and broke the bridge, these two were literally free falling from 100 feet in the air. So he used his last ability to freeze time around them, and if Toji moved, he would have got stabbed by all the curses around him. And normally this move would have worked on 99.9% of the population, because Geto is no weak nigga. But as I said before,
99.99%. That look, that's 1,000. Toji really need to pull up on somebody. Like, I wish he didn't die, because he could really pull up with the Django, I am that one nigga.
when dealing with a tier 1 crash out, all logic and IQ go out the damn window. Because at the end of the day, they're still gonna do what they want to do. So Toji said, get that weak shit out of here, and broke out of it like it was nothing. And from then on, our boy Geto was cooked, because once Toji gained the upper hand, he slashed him twice, and that was all she wrote. And even though he already won, Toji did have to break a sweat for that one, so you already know he added a little toxicity at the end. So at this point, Toji was hyped, because not only did he beat the 2 strongest sorcerers, but now he had a huge payday of 30 million yen waiting for him. So after delivering Rico to the corporation, preparation and getting paid. This man Toji had a day, so he was getting ready to go home. But right as he came outside, it turns out there was a certain somebody who had been waiting for him this whole time. And it was that nigga Gojo. Bro was back from the dead. Or at least that's what we thought. Because from how it was explained to us in the show was that this man Gojo, yes, was on the brink of death, but awakened his true power right before he died. And by doing so, he was able to heal all his wounds and spin the block on Toji. But you already know this Crash Out was not trying to hear a single thing and charge right at Gojo. But after getting this shit weaved, Gojo finally
he's enlightened.
Because when he landed his blast, it sent Toji right into a building, and that was the first direct hit he hit all day. And I'm only saying this shit was funny because when Toji looked up, this man Gojo was genuinely tweaking out in the air. And from here on out, this man Gojo was really out here putting on a masterclass.
Tweaking off CTE, bro.
In every and any attack this man Toji sent his way. And on top of that, stopped all of Toji's rocks he threw at him using his infinity. And I don't know about y'all, but if I'm fighting somebody and they're literally out here daydreaming, I might as well just pack it up and leave. But unfortunately for our guy Toji, he didn't even get the chance because once Gojo was ready to end it, he combined both his red and blue techniques and formed his new ability being Hollow Purple. And by the time Toji realized what was happening, it was too late because it was already a direct hit and Gojo had literally put a hole through him. And if I'm being honest, Gojo did bro so bad, I'm not even sure if I could show his injuries on YouTube. So I'm gonna have to censor that shit. So yeah, after Gojo cooked Toji.
Yeah, don't do that because I've been seeing some videos get hit with that.
And put an end to this, things were peaceful, but many more problems arose. Because despite Gojo getting his get back, this man Geto was actually tweaking out because he lost to somebody who had no cursed energy and failed his mission. Shit got so bad that he came up with a plan to erase every non-sorcerer in the world. And the second he left, Gojo knew this shit was gonna backfire on him in the future. Because there's no world where you could have heroes and villains and then both not try to fight for power. But hey, you already know I'm not complaining. Because realistically, that just gives me a chance to dive deeper into the Shibuya Menace Incident.
This is just a setup. I got you, my boy. All right, so I'm gonna just go back to something. Let me just go back. Here we go.
We thought because from how it was
bruh, there we go. Bruh, I love JJK. It is definitely I think by the end of it, depending on how the manga goes from where we are as of March 24th, I'm just say that now. As of March 24th, I'm pretty much completely caught up. And depending on where it goes, it could have a, how do I put this? It could be a legendary anime. It can get up there with the big three, with Dragon Ball. It can solidify its place as one of the greatest anime of all time. It can be up there with Full Metal. And look, Full Metal, when it comes to writing and stuff, I love Naruto, but I know Full Metal's writing is better. So it could be up there, but that's if they do it right. Because from like the first episode all the way till now, they have not missed. Everything has been set up beautifully. The movies have been set up amazingly. It's just, I just want to see where we go. And everything that's going to happen from the Shibuya incident to the end or to current is going to be crazy, bruh. And yo, you did a great breakdown of characters. There were some things that were a little weird, but if you haven't watched JJK, hopefully this has inspired you to do so. I definitely want to see the Shibuya Incident Part 2 or the Shibuya Menace Incident Part 2, Psycho. I think it'll be a great time, bro. You kill it. Also, I don't know if it's just, if I'm just not noticing this, you one of the few who consistently have music in the background. I just now peeped that. You be killing it with the music. It's like stuff that I have to kind of, actually pay attention to, bro. But hey. I want to see that one. We got to get Psycho back up to where he used to be, bro. He been going through the same battle that many of us have dealt with. I think y'all might have seen one of my recent videos have to do it. Rap So Petty do it. CJ, all of the YouTube, especially anime YouTube, has to go through this battle of copyrights with YouTube. And really, it's not really YouTube. YouTube is more of the medium, and they have the copyright system. But we are essentially the anime companies that we love. Okay, we love you guys, but sometimes love hurts. That's all I'm gonna say. That sounds very abusive. Y'all know what I mean, bro. Sometimes like we love this what y'all make, and we want to, give our perspectives and our views and our like little tidbits. It's the copyright world is making it difficult. But I'm gonna end it here, y'all. If y'all enjoy this, go to Psycho FTX. It will be linked below. Hit them with the goodness. That's like, comment, subscribe, share. Lock it in by hitting the bell. That is the goodness. Hit them with it. And if y'all enjoy my reaction, hit your boy with it as well. This has been your boy Reggie Wolf. I am signing out. Peace.